Hello. So in this first class, which will last about 20 minutes, there are 4 mini lessons, and you are going to learn how to identify the keys and how to place your hand properly on the piano, and how to read music, and how to identify the most important key for piano players. You're going to learn how to play Mamma Mia and a couple of other songs. Okay, so I just want to tell you the keys here. The white keys here, they all have names, and they are just these 7 alphabets. So for example, this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then you just repeat A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then you repeat again A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so forth. So all the keys on your piano is just made of these keys, and just keep repeating it until you get to the end of your piano. So it's literally like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so forth. Okay? Now on your piano, you will see that there are a group of 2 black keys like this, and a group of 3 like this, and a group of 2, group of 3, group of 2, and so forth. Okay? So make sure you take note of that. We are going to find C. The note C is most important for beginner students. So how do we find that? Well, we're going to identify the 2 black keys. Left to it, immediate to it, the white key. This is C. So C is immediate left to the 2 black keys. So let's find another C. 2 black keys here. This is C. That's C. Okay, let's find another C. 2 black keys here. This is C. So take a moment. You could pause the video and find the C's on your piano. That is going to be very important. Okay, so now when you come back, so now you know this is, so 2 black keys here, yes? And you know that this is C. Well, C and D are neighbors. D and E are neighbors. So these are C, D, E. Okay, so these are C, D, E. And I'll tell you where A, B is. We're not going to use it for a little while, but A, B is this. A, B, C, D, E. So C, D, E are the most important notes we're going to learn and use for today's lesson. Now I'm going to show you a good hand. Okay, so this is how it goes. Make a fist. Open all the way. Open, right? Fist. Now this time, open halfway. Okay, let's try that again. Fist. Open all the way. Fist. Open halfway. Just half. Do you see my fingers are curled? They're curled. I'll show you this other side. They're curled. You will hold an egg or apple or an orange here, right? Thumb is a little bit short. It's just not too curled, but all these other fingers are curled. You're going to place your hand on the piano like this. For now, I'm going to put my thumb near the 2 black keys, okay? Actually, I'm going to put my thumb on C, the note C, the key C, right? 2 black key. This is C, so I'm going to put my thumb there. Each finger is matched with a white key. So this is one key, another key here, and this goes with this key, and this goes with that key. So 5 fingers are resting on 5 piano keys. Now I want to show you this. When you place your good hand, I call this good hand, yeah, on your keyboard, this part, your wrist, this part should be flat. It shouldn't be like this. Like this. It's quite hard to see. It should be like flat. Not like this. It should be like this. Occasionally, maybe it's okay if it's a little bit like down, like a slope, slanting down, right? But it's best if it's like, so basically what I'm trying to say is this wrist area should be flat like this. Even if you're sloping downward because your keyboard is positioned in a funny place, that's okay. As long as this part is horizontal to your keys, okay? To your keys. Okay, like this. You see, it's flat. Okay, not like this. To be flat like that. All right. Okay, so that's your good hand. And I wanted to add to your good hand is that when you place your hand on your piano, your hand should be firm, of course, because you want to hold this shape, but it should also be relaxed. So you don't want to use too much energy to hold your hand loosely on the keyboard. If that someone were to take your hand like this, right? Take your hand and then just like drop it mid-air, it should fall down. It should fall down. Okay, so it should fall down because you're so relaxed, okay? All right. Okay, so please don't be too stiff, and make sure your thumb is your hand is near the 2 bar keys and your thumb is placed on C. Okay, and the last thing about having good hand is that you should play with fingertips. And this is the reason why your fingers are curled, so that your fingertips, this part, meets your piano keys. Okay? This part, this part, this part. Well, thumb is so short, so it's not going to be here. It's going to be here, meets your piano keys. Okay, so my fingertip, this goes on top of the keyboard. Okay, so now we're ready to play the note C. So let's do a good hand again, a fist, open halfway, relaxed but firm, but don't use extra energy to hold your hand in this position. Make sure your wrist is flat when your hand is on the keyboard. So let's play C. For now, we're gonna just press down. Your thumb is just gonna go down like this. That's it. So press the thumb down, and that's your C. So let's play D now. So D, my fingertip is playing D. So 2 bar keys here. D is right in the middle of the 2 bar keys. Now let's play E. E is on the other side to the 2 bar keys. So C, D, E. You can pause the video now and play C, D, E for 10 seconds. Okay, so now let's just do an exercise. Can we play these purple notes? Okay, I'm gonna do it here. So 2 bar keys. This is my C. Okay, so we're going to play the first line. C, C, D, C. C, C, D, C. Second line. C, C, D, E, D, C. D, C. So can you play by yourself? Please pause the video. Okay, so I'm going to play for you. C, C, D, C. C, C, D, E, D, C. D, C. So does it sound familiar? That is actually Mamma Mia. Okay. So I wrote it neatly here for you. Okay, pause and try to play this by yourself. All right, so in your third mini lesson today, we are going to learn how to read music. So the most important note that you should learn how to read is C, and then D and E, the neighbors. All right. Now music are just bunch of like circles, right? I'm sure you've seen them. Okay, bunch of circles, and they just kind of sit near or on top of these lines. And these lines, it's a set of 5 lines, yeah? Set of 5 lines. And we call that staff. So music's written on the staff. And how do you number the staff? Well, we always number the staff from the bottom is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 5 is the top line. Okay, so this is actually kind of important. All right, so know your staff and know that it has 5 lines, and the bottom line, we always start with bottom line. Okay. Then you might have seen this sign already, maybe when you were in school. This sign is treble clef, and for piano students, it means that you should play piano with your right hand. Okay, so every time you see this sign and you see a bunch of notes close to this sign, it tells you to play piano with your right hand. So then, a blank staff with a treble clef would look something like this. And this is where musicians will write their music, either on the line or in a space. Yes? Okay, so this is your staff with treble clef. All right, we're gonna know how to read and play now, and feel free to write things out as a practice to reinforce your memory, or to pause your video if I'm going too fast. So you see, this is the staff with a treble clef, and since we're just learning how to read music, I tend to number my staff, and it's always from the bottom. So the bottom line is 1. So C looks like this. It's just a circle away from the staff, right underneath the staff, with a small line going across the circle. And that is my C. And I play C with my thumb, correct? So let's do that again. Or you can lift your thumb and play. Okay? So that's C. Now we have 3 C's here. C, C, C. So let's play all 3 C's. C, C, C. So you pause the video and try to play this. Okay. So make sure you know what C looks like on the written music sheet. Now D is just a circle, a note, touching the first line. You see the bottom line? I use orange color to make it stand out. So the D note just touches the first line, not over it and not detached from it, but just attaching to it. And D is this finger. Remember the two black keys? It's right in the middle of the two black keys. That's your D. So practice that. And let's play the next melody. And it's 3 Ds. D, D, D. And we read music from this way. From the way, how we read English. Now E. E is a note that goes over the first line. So it's sitting right on top of the first line. And that's E. So make sure you know the difference between D and E. And E is on the other side of the two black keys. E, and we usually play with our middle finger. Okay, so please practice that. So we have 2 E's here. So E, E. Always feel free to pause the video or to write things out for yourself. Okay, so now you could officially take a break or pause the video because we are going to do some exercises now. Okay, so when you come back, this is what we'll do. So these notes are, so you see a staff. I number the staff from the bottom. The bottom line is 1. A treble clef tells you to play with right hand on your piano. Okay, good hand. Make a fist, open a little bit, halfway. Curled finger. Fingertips on the piano keys. Thumb is so short, so it doesn't have to. It could just rest, relax on the key. Now your entire hand should be relaxed, although firm, because you need to hold this shape, right? But very relaxed. Let's play these notes. What is this note? C. What is that note? D. And then, so can you play this by yourself? Please pause the video. Okay, we're going to try this one. What are these notes? C, D, D. So, C, D, D. Please practice this for 2 seconds. How about this one? What are these notes? C for short, right? Because C looks so different. D is just touching the first line. And E goes over the first line, right? We're sitting right on top of the first line. So let's play C, D, E. Make sure you play with your fingertips as much as you can and make sure that your wrist is flat. Okay? Okay, let's play this one. What's that first note? Sitting right on top of the first line. That's an E. So E is this one, yes? 2 black keys on the other side of the 2 black keys. This is E. D, right in the middle, and C, most important note. Okay. So feel free to go back to these exercises that we were doing for the last 90 seconds and review them. And so in the last, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes, you have learned how to identify the keys. I'm just giving you the summary now, okay? So you have learned how to identify the keys, starting with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so forth. But we only use the 7 alphabets, letters for piano. Okay, then you learn how to identify the 2 black keys, the 3 black keys, the 2 black keys, the 3 black keys. And why do you identify the group of 2 black keys? So that you could find the most important note for beginning piano students. C, 2 black keys, C. You need your C for a lot of songs. C, the 2 black keys here. Okay? So you need to know how to find your C's. So take a moment to do that. Now, of course, very importantly, you should have good hand on the piano. So make a fist, open a little bit. You're going to play with all fingertips except thumb, because thumb is so short. Your wrist, when your hand is on the piano, your wrist should be flat. Definitely not like this, because you're going to hurt yourself. It's going to create pain for you. So do this, okay? Make sure it's flat. Okay. Then you have learned how to read and play C, D, and E, and different various patterns based on these 3 notes. And also you've learned to play Mamma Mia, yes? Okay. And so actually in this lesson you'll learn to play a couple more other songs. Now this is your homework. You could take a screenshot of this. So you have to learn how to play the exercise 1, 2, and 3 on this page. Okay. Where is page? 1 second. Here it is. This is page 2, exercises 4, 5, and 6. Take a screenshot or pause the video. Then exercise 7 and 8. Oops, sorry. Take a screenshot. And exercise 9, 10, and 11. Okay, and I just want to tell you, these 2 pages is actually a song. It's called Hot Cross Buns. But I don't want to play for you. I want you to try it and see if it sounds like hot cross buns for you. And lastly, you can now learn to read and play Mamma Mia. This is actually the written music. C, C, D, C. C, C, D, E, D, C. D, C. So take a screenshot of this. And that concludes our official lesson. Okay, so you've learned how to read music, and learn how to identify the keys on the piano, and you know how to play piano with good hand. Fingertips, flat wrist. Okay, so now when you come back, or if you choose to come back, there is a bonus video that I think it will be fun for you to try. Okay, so please come back, and I'll see you soon.